Our first story is from R. True Off My Chest. I'm giving full custody to my husband.
I am done. My husband won't stop cheating on me. Recently, I found out the cheating went all the way back to when he got me pregnant, and he stopped cheating for a while, and then he recently started having online affairs. And now he's paying for women's OnlyFans. He forgot my birthday last week, and I saw that instead he was tipping women's OF instead of buying me a gift or anything. We have a 3-year-old that I didn't really want in the first place, but I got pressured by my husband and my family to have kids because it's my job as a woman to be a baby maker and a housemaid. It's insane that men want children so bad, but they hardly contribute other than another paycheck. They do fucking nothing yet want a huge family. How can you beg for a child so much and hardly change a single diaper since birth? Hardly contribute to the household at all, never pick up an extra baby shift, only ever help out and babysit when yelled at and nagged at a million times. Come straight home from work to have a beer and relax, but when I come home from work I want to relax too, but I can't because I am expected to be the default parent, personal chef and housekeeper. All they want to do is have sex and do nothing all day while a woman does everything for them. I'm not asking for advice, I don't want it. I've been seeing a lawyer and I'm only taking their advice on the next steps. I'm not changing my mind. No one here is certainly changing my mind. I've always felt this way. It's not out of the blue. I'm letting everyone here know not to waste their time because I'm not reading any comments with unsolicited advice. I'm just going to stop reading the comment. I just need a safe place to vent and that's all. I know the process is going to be a roller coaster, but I've been feeling like this since day one. It's not a decision I've made easily overnight. This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do, and I've been through a lot in my life. I just simply don't want to be a mum, and unfortunately, we find that out after we have kids sometimes. I don't hate my child, I just don't love him enough to stay in a miserable marriage and a miserable life with a child for the rest of my life. My life changed for the worst after having a child. I want my life back. I don't care if I even have to pay child support, I make significantly less. And my husband is a high-income earner, so my attorney will work with me to get that waived. My husband is very prideful, and he wouldn't accept money from me anyways, and wouldn't push child support on me. I hate being a mum. I hate being a wife. I hate this life that everyone pressured me into thinking I would find joyful. I hate spending time with children. I'm tired of the screaming and tantrums. I hate participating in children and mum events. I hate being around other mums and kids. I enjoy nothing about being a mother. I feel like I wasted 3.5 years of my life on being a mother. The only sense of relief I get is when I drop him off to daycare. I get a feeling of sadness when I have to pick him up from daycare. I know it's not fair to my child who is the only one innocent in all of this. I was pressured by society, my husband, and my own family to have this baby, and how I will love this life after I have this baby, and just to do it and give it time. They said it would be different when you have your own child. It just didn't work out that way. Oh, I wish it did. It feels awful feeling like this. And yes, I'm already in therapy. I've been in therapy for 7 years. And yes, I'm also in therapy for my issues on motherhood and marriage counseling. Our marriage counseling has been trying to make our marriage work, but it's not working. And I'm leaving both of them. I'm waiving my parental rights and giving full custody to my husband. I know once he has to do everything by himself, he will do a better job raising him than I would. My husband raised his younger brother practically himself at one point. He's just been pampered all his life by his mother, so he thinks it's okay and just normal for a woman to be raising kids, working full-time, and taking care of the house inside and out. Women are only useful for raising kids, sex, cooking, and cleaning. I don't care what anyone says. Men do this exact thing all the time, and no one bats an eye since it's normalized, and you just hardly will ever see the same situation reversed in genders. I don't want advice once again, just a safe place to get this off my chest and vent anonymously since no one in real life knows my plans yet. I'm trying to keep things low-key as I just started seeing an attorney. And I will not be giving anyone a cent of my money. I'm a low-income earner, why would I do that? That suggestion is silly and makes logically no sense whatsoever. I hardly have any money to feed myself and take care of myself. So, oh yeah, it sounds like such a smart idea to give away money that I don't even have to begin with. My husband is a high-income earner. He can financially take care of our child himself without my help. My husband is a prideful man and would never even ask me for help financially. I'm not giving anyone a dime regardless, so stop giving me advice. Once again, I'm not taking anyone's advice.
Hey, OP, reading this. I feel heartbroken and furious on your behalf. I can only imagine the weight of living a life that never felt like your own, being constantly let down by the person who was supposed to stand beside you. You've been pressured, silenced, and dismissed for too long, and your decision to reclaim your life, despite how painful and misunderstood it might be, is incredibly brave. I may not fully know your struggle, but I respect your honesty, your pain, and your choice to choose yourself. Our next story is from R. True Off My Chest. My sister told me something while she was drunk. What do? Do I just leave it?
I was drinking with my older sister one night. We don't see each other very often since she lives in another city, so I went to visit her and have a night out. While drunk, my sister had asked, "Do you remember when you had those dreams of me covering your mouth and nose?" That question scared me because how did she know about that? When we were kids, I kept dreaming she was suffocating me in my bed and her hands were over my face. I always woke up crying and couldn't be consoled. I even remember being terrified of my sister at one point because those dreams felt too real. So I nodded. She started crying and held my cheeks, staring at me. "That wasn't a dream. I'm sorry, it wasn't a dream. I'm sorry." She kept repeating that so many times I started shaking. She then told me she was suicidal at that time because of how our parents and the adults in our lives were treating her. She was scared they'd treat me like that too, so she tried to take me with her. Now that night has passed, we haven't said anything about our conversation. I feel that fear all over again, as I didn't think I'd ever think about those dreams again. Yet, I feel so bad I didn't know about how she was feeling when we were kids. I don't know what to do.
Hey, OP. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't ignore it. I'd talk to her when we're both sober and calm. That night changed something between us, and I need to understand what really happened, not just for answers, but to heal. It's terrifying and heartbreaking, but silence won't make the fear or pain go away. I'd also consider therapy, for both of us, if she's open to it. We deserve clarity, safety, and a way forward after carrying this kind of trauma since childhood. Our next story is from R/True Off My Chest. I think my older sister thinks her boyfriend is cheating on her with me.
I don't know if I should be asking for advice because I honestly don't know what to do. My older sister is 22, and her boyfriend and I are the same age, 19. I'll call my sister Kate and her boyfriend Adam, which are not their real names. So Adam and I were initially acquaintances. We were both in the same year and class in high school and are now in the same university studying the same thing. We were never close enough to be friends, but after he started dating Kate, we did become friends and okay friends since we have a lot in common. I must mention I have no interest or any feelings for Adam. But when Adam and I kind of became friends, my sister didn't like it, which is understandable, so I kept my distance like she wanted, but Adam and I had to still end up speaking because we have a few classes together, but we only really talk about school or when it has to do with a class or anything Kate related. So Adam had been invited by Kate over for dinner, and he asked me if I wanted a ride home in his car since we were still going to the same place after all. I didn't think much of it, so I agreed, and we had just come from evening classes, and it was dark out and I was too exhausted. Most of the time during the ride, I was actually asleep, so we didn't even talk at all. But when we went into the house, I was heading up to my room when Kate grabbed me and pulled me back and asked why Adam and I came back together. Adam immediately tried to tell her why, but she started shouting at him and telling him to stop talking to me and to stop defending me too. Her shouting caused my parents to rush to us. She then started screaming at me, telling me to stop being jealous and to find my own man to drive me home. She then said she's noticed everything, and she hates how I think every man wants me, and she called me desperate too. She was also tightly grabbing me, digging her nails in my wrist, which hurt, so I yanked my arm off, and she shoved me. Adam tried to hold her back, but she began to scream and cry for him to stop defending me, and that he was her boyfriend and not mine. My parents tried to calm her down, but she was shaking and breathing heavily and fast. She was also looking at me, and I felt and still feel so shaken up by the scene. My mum started yelling at me to leave the room until she was better and said that I was triggering her more by being there. I felt confused and accused, so I tried to tell them that I had no idea what I did wrong and tried to explain, but my sister started to make these sounds while shaking and panting and glaring at me, which honestly scared me. My mum yelled at me to leave again, and I did. I heard them ask Adam to leave too, and he also did, and later texted me and asked me if my sister was okay, but I honestly have been too scared to leave my room. I feel a bit scared that my sister might do something to me, and I've honestly cried a lot and I feel a bit shaken up because of seeing my sister like that. I don't know if it's a panic attack or a breakdown, but she looked more angry than anything. I feel a bit responsible for her having such a reaction since she told me before to stay away from Adam, so I wish I never took the ride home with him. I don't know who to talk to about this, and I'm still in my room. I know I've said this a lot already, but I'm genuinely scared to leave my room because of everything. And I feel like my parents both think it's my fault for my sister acting that way.
Hey, OP. If I were in your place, I'd feel shaken and confused too, and I think that fear you're feeling is valid. But I wouldn't keep isolating myself. I'd try to talk to someone I trust, maybe a counselor or a relative who won't immediately take sides. My sister's outburst isn't something I caused intentionally, and I'd remind myself that respecting her boundaries doesn't mean I deserve to be accused or hurt. I'd also need space to feel safe, and it's okay to ask for that, even from my own family.